So I just gave my notice. I'm retiring on October the 2nd at 60 years old. And I am super duper excited. I've been planning to retire at 62 for quite some time, but here in the last few months, I've been really feeling the urge to just go ahead and retire. So it's official. I gave my notice last Thursday and then again on Friday by email. So in about 11 weeks, I'm out. And then I'll be on to the next chapter. My next chapter will be about 8 months. I currently live with my daughter. She has a 15-year-old and a 1-year-old. And so I do a lot of the driving for the 15-year-old. He's in high school. He's playing, varsity football and baseball and all the driving that entails. I currently work remote, so it enables me to do a lot of the driving for him on days when I'm not otherwise occupied. And so when he gets his driver's license next May, then he'll be doing his own driving. And so it's at that point that I'll be able to do some traveling. And before I moved in with my daughter, I lived in a 2018 Ford Transit that I had built into a tiny home. And I loved living in that. I absolutely loved living in it. One thing I learned while living in it was that I can live way more simple than all the things that I had in my tiny home. So when I moved in with my daughter a couple years ago, I took the opportunity to really think about what I wanted to do. And so last year I took the plunge and I sold my tiny home and I bought a Toyota Sienna. And so the Toyota Sienna is way more simple than the van that I was driving. And the gas mileage is way better. I'll be able to travel a lot different, I believe, at that point. So once I officially retire, then I'll be able to focus more on the house. We have a 1-year-old in the home as well. And so there's a lot of things that he's outgrown at this point. There's a lot of things you need for a newborn. And so I need to kind of go through those things, get rid of a lot of stuff and just reorganize the house a little better. My mom passed away a couple of years ago, and so I still have a lot of her things in the garage that I need to go through. I live in Texas, so it's either cold or hot. There's not a lot of in between. And so when I retire on October 2nd, I'll have an opportunity. I believe the temperature will be cool enough to where I'll be able to get in the garage and go through her things. And so then I'll be able to start preparing my Toyota Sienna for travel. I already have the bed and the coffee making supplies. I have a stove. I have a bathroom ability. I have battery banks and just stuff, general stuff to live in a vehicle. The thing I don't have is a refrigerator, and I don't think my battery banks are sufficient for that, so I'll need to get a bigger battery bank and just kind of figure out that. I don't really plan on making any changes to the Sienna other than just traveling in it until I figure out what my travel style is. When I lived in my Ford Transit, I still worked full time, so I traveled a lot, but I didn't travel full time. And there's a difference in living full time and working than traveling full time, and the needs that you have and this style of travel and all that. And I need to figure that out. And so once I figure that out, I'll make the changes I need to do in the Sienna. One of my first trips that I took in my tiny home was to the Grand Canyon. And I remember standing there looking over the rim of the Grand Canyon, looking at the beautiful colors and it was just so gorgeous, like just beautiful. But I was alone. I couldn't turn to someone and say, hey, isn't that beautiful? Or even nothing like that. It was just me. I will travel solo, but I want someone to share that with. And so that's where you come in. I want to take you with me. I want someone to share my travels with and just record it. My mom lived in an RV for 10 years and traveled the United States and all that before she moved back home. And to be able to look at her videos at this point in time in my life when she's not with us anymore, what a treasure that would be. So I want to leave that for my kids as well. Leave a legacy for them and share my travels with them. They won't be with me. I mean, maybe they'll meet me on the road sometime, but they won't be with me. But to be able to share my travels with them on YouTube and by video, I just think that's going to be amazing. And I'd like to take you with me. So if you want to travel along with me, just hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll get notified when I make new videos and travel along on the journey of getting ready to travel, and then come with me when I do travel. I also think that YouTube will give me some purpose in life, give me something to do. I think that'll be awesome. I'm a multitasker, and so I think that'll give me some purpose in my travels. I also have been thinking about getting a dog for when I travel. I had a Shih Tzu not too long ago when I lived in Virginia, and I left him with the women that I was living with at the time. And so I miss him so much. He didn't bark a lot, and so I think that would be important living in a tiny home, or living in my Sienna. I think it'd be good to have one that doesn't bark a lot. My daughter has a Chihuahua, and that definitely wouldn't work. I wouldn't want to have a dog that just barked at every noise, because there's a lot of noise when you live in a vehicle. And so I'm seriously considering that. I'll probably try to work on getting that maybe about a month or so before I hit the road, so that I can get him, or maybe just right as I hit the road. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that part out. I've just recently been thinking about that. I haven't even told my daughter yet, but yeah, I think I'm gonna get a dog. I think having a dog would be fun. And Shih Tzu, I think their temperament and the size of them would be good. So where are you in retirement? Are you retiring? Are you looking at traveling? Are you already retired? You want to join me? Because if you do, be sure and hit subscribe. If you can like this video, that would be helpful as well. And one thing I would like to ask you to do is to leave a comment, because I want to get to grow a community. I want to know my community. I'll read all the comments and respond to all the comments. I think it's important to have a community. For me, it's important to have a community, and I'd like that to be you if you're interested. So let me know. My name is Penny, and currently I live in Texas, and I'm hoping by next summer I won't be having to sit through the heat of Texas again. I hope to be traveling by then. So I hope you join me. And my next video, I think I'm going to share about how I ended up in a Ford Transit and having one of those built out. I think that'll be a good story to tell. And then I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.